won. It's good to win. You heard I won, right? Did you hear I won?
Yeah.
Just to back it up, you were there. I won.
What's your handicap
I like
these
to
days?
win. Very low. I have a very low handicap. Okay, let's go.
Sir, the Chinese foreign
Back up a little
Sure.
bit.
The Chinese Foreign Ministry said that the market has spoken when asked about the tariffs. What do you make of that?
Fellow patriots, welcome back to Right View Nation channel, where truth, freedom, and America First values come before anything else. Today we're going to talk about something that the mainstream media won't cover honestly. President Trump's direct and unapologetic response to the Chinese Communist Party and their latest propaganda line, the markets have spoken about U.S. tariffs.
The market has spoken when they look at the fact that we have $1 billion trade deficit. When you look at the trade deficit that we have with certain countries, way over $1 billion per country. But with China, it's $1 trillion. And we have to solve our trade deficit with China. We have $1 trillion trade deficit with China. Hundreds of billions of dollars a year we lose with China. And unless we solve that problem, I'm not going to make a deal. Now, I'm willing to deal with China, but they have to solve their surplus. We have a tremendous deficit problem with China. They have a surplus of at least $1 trillion a year. I think it's like $1.1 trillion. And I want that solved. And no other president's taken it on. I had to take it on the last time, and then we had a rigged election. No other president's taken it on. And so China is, they say the market's spoken. The market, China is right now taking a big hit because everyone knows we're right. They have to pay tariffs because otherwise we have a surplus, that they have a surplus with us that is not sustainable.
Mr. President.
And we're talking about $1 trillion, you know that, right? We're not going to lose $1 trillion for the privilege of buying.
Now, if you saw the video, and I'll link it below, President Trump didn't just dismiss that line. He destroyed it. He laid out the cold, hard facts that most politicians are too scared or too bought to even whisper about. And I'm going to break it down for you, piece by piece, and tell you exactly why what Trump said matters now more than ever. When the Chinese Foreign Ministry says the market has spoken, what they're really trying to do is manipulate global perception. They want to paint tariffs, our only real leverage over them, as failures. But guess what? That's not the market speaking. That's Beijing's mouthpiece trying to spin the truth, and Trump sees right through it. There it is. That's the voice of someone who isn't afraid to confront China. Trump calls out the elephant in the room, $1 trillion trade deficit. Let that number sink in. $1 trillion. That's money flowing out of our country and straight into the coffers of a regime that uses it to spy on us, to build up its military, and to undermine American power at every level. Ask yourself, how did we even get here? Who let China gain this much leverage over us? The answer is simple. Weak, globalist politicians. On both sides. Career bureaucrats, corporate cronies, and international free trade evangelists who sold this country out for cheap labor and short-term profits. While Trump was out there fighting, putting tariffs in place, protecting our steel industry, pushing for reciprocal trade, these people were wringing their hands about market stability and international cooperation. You know what I care about? American jobs, American families, American sovereignty. And Trump does too. Let me tell you something the media doesn't want you to hear. Tariffs work. They're not about punishing, they're about leveling the playing field. For decades, China got to export whatever they wanted here. Cheap, low-quality products, made in sweatshops, using stolen intellectual property, and we just took it. No consequences. Trump flipped the script. He said, no more. He made them pay tariffs to access our markets. And guess what? The minute those tariffs went into effect, China started to panic. Why? Because they need us more than we need them. That's leverage. That's leadership. And what do we have now? Biden, who can't even finish a sentence half the time, goes out there and acts like China's our business partner. It's embarrassing. Under his administration, the tariffs are watered down, enforcement is non-existent, and we're right back to getting steamrolled. But when Trump was in office, we had strength, we had pride, we had a leader who understood business, who stood up to bullies and who put America first every single time. That's not just talk, that's proven policy. What Trump said in that video wasn't just about numbers, it was about values. He said we're not going to lose $1 trillion for the privilege of buying from China. And he's right. Why should we be the ones bleeding money, losing jobs, and sacrificing our future just so the Chinese economy can thrive? This is about economic nationalism. It's about saying, if you want access to our market, our consumers, our innovation, you play fair, you follow the rules. Or you don't get in, period. My fellow Americans, this isn't just about Trump. This is about the fight for our future. We can't afford to go back to the days of appeasement and dependence. We need strong leadership. We need leaders who will say what Trump said and mean it. We will not lose another $1 trillion just to be polite. Let's bring back tariffs that work. Let's bring back factories. Let's bring back American jobs and American pride. Because if we don't stand up to China now, our kids and grandkids will be the ones paying the price. So if you believe in fair trade, in strong borders, in American manufacturing and American greatness, then stand with us. Hit that like button, subscribe, share this video with every patriot you know, and drop a comment below with one word, tariffs. Let's show the world that we're not backing down.